A windy day here in Foxborough. It could be a factor today. For more on that, let's go to the sideline to Pam Oliver.
That's right, Sam. The Chicago Bears are obviously used to windy conditions, but that doesn't mean they have some magic formula to combat it. I spoke to Bears special teams coordinator Joe DeCamillis. I asked him if the wind could be a factor today. He said it's not a matter of could, it will be a factor today. I spoke to Bears kicker Robbie Gould. He said the wind is heaviest going into the south end of the field, particularly the corner. Sam, it is gusty down here. The wind, it just blows whenever it wants to. Messing up a girl's hairdo that took 2 hours to do. Back to you.
Your hair always looks good, Pam. Bill Belichick, the mastermind. He's gotten his team straightened out the last 3 weeks.
Yes, he has. And Mark Trestman trying to pull his best. Bill Belichick trying to get his team back on track.
The Patriots won the coin toss, elected to defer, and the kickoff goes through the end zone. Jay Cutler out on the field. On the road, he's been outstanding. At home, he's struggled.
It's all about protecting the football. He seemed to be able to do that on the road this season. At home, it's been a struggle. They are here, and they're those numbers. You see it. Points per game go up on the road. The turnover differential favors the Bears on the road.
In the Bears' 3 wins, he has not thrown an interception. A lot of talk about getting the ball to Matt Forte early, John. What are your thoughts?
Well, they get it to him plenty. I think the way they get it to him, I believe they've got to run the football with Matt Forte. The Patriots have been struggling in the run defense of late.
And here's Forte right away, cutting it back. It's up close to the 25-yard line. Patriots defense, they've struggled with it against the run. Their pass defense is ranked #1.
And you see just last week giving up over 200 yards rushing to the New York Jets. Remember, right in the teeth of that defense, Gerard Mayo, the longtime middle linebacker, is not there. It's forced some lineup shifts, and look for the Bears to attack that.
Forte again slips a tackle and is pushed back as he got to the 29-yard line. Patrick Chung, the safety, with the first hit, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Bears.
And Sam, in the first series, Matt Forte has already matched his total in the first half last week versus Miami at home.
Hurry up offense. They come to the line quickly. Rivas is covering Brandon Marshall. Forte on the carry, and he's got a first down. You like that, John?
I love it. You know, I think in Chicago, a lot of noise this week, whether it's contrived by the media or not, as the Bears would like you to say. The best way to come out, let those guys get that emotion out. Offensive linemen, they want to play smash-mouth football. You've got a defense we just showed you that's been struggling to stop the run, attack them where they're weak.
They brought in Evan Britton as an extra lineman. Cutler checking off at the line. Forte again. This time a couple of yards before the hole was plugged up. Last week against Miami, rushed for 52 yards, but turned the ball over.
They did. And Sam, the other thing this does, I believe that Jay Cutler's at his best as a play-action passer. So you have to run the football to set up the play-action pass. I think that's what a lot of Forte early is going to do for the Bears.
4 plays, 4 runs for the Bears. 2nd and 9, another run. Turning the corner is Forte. Flag on the play as he gets up to the 40-yard line. Jamie Collins, the outside linebacker, with the tackle. Our referee is Brad Allen in his first year in the NFL, and the first official to go right from college football to the NFL since Tommy Bell in 1962.
Holding. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
It's on Martellus Bennett, the tight end.
Try to get out to the perimeter and watch Martellus Bennett. He's working against Easley. He gets that left hand outside the framework of the body.
Kadeem Carey is in at running back, the rookie out of Arizona. 2nd and 19 for the Bears. Cutler's first pass of the game is deep for Brandon Marshall. He was bumped along the sideline, but the pass, I believe, was way overthrown and was uncatchable.
Well, there's a lot of hand fighting going on here, and this is good for Brandon Browner if the officials are going to allow him to play like that, because he's a big body guy who likes that contact. The officials league-wide have not been allowing that this year early on. They are. Good sign for Brandon Browner.
Browner in his 2nd game. He was suspended the first 4 games of the season, getting himself back into shape and starting this afternoon. Here's 3rd and 19 for the Bears. Cutler looking to throw a screen, but nobody available for him, and he threw it into the ground at the feet of Matt Forte. And the rookie Dominic Easley, who is starting at defensive end, helped break up that play.
And if you're the Bears, the penalty killed you there. You had some good momentum. You were running the ball effectively. You get behind schedule, tough to do. Jay Cutler's smart to just throw that away. A punt is okay.
Patrick O'Donnell is the punter, and back deep is Danny Amendola, standing at his own 32-yard line. And O'Donnell just gets it away. Here's Amendola at the 41. Slipped one man and gets up to the 45. Good field position for Tom Brady and the Patriots. The Patriots have won 3 in a row. Brady brings his team onto the field when we come back.
Game is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com.
Bears start at the Patriots start at the 45. Bears start with 5 defensive backs. Shane Vereen, the running back, off the fake. Tom Brady throws. Good catch by Brandon LaFell. Fights his way for more yardage down to the 36-yard line.
Brandon LaFell, he's really emerging in this Patriot offense. The chemistry between he and Tom Brady is starting to come together. A lot of tightly contested catches, and then the yards after the catch. Brandon LaFell playing better for the Patriots.
First-year man out of Notre Dame, Jonas Gray, is in the backfield. And here's Gray on the carry. Bust through the hole. And he's inside the 20 and down to the 17-yard line.
Just watch the pretty pictures. This offensive line's been in transition, but you can't do it any better. Balmer, the right tackle, going to pull around and opens the hole. Jonas Gray hits it downhill. Positive yards for the New England Patriots.
Dan Connolly, Nate Solder combining on some good blocking up front. Patriots had the offensive line they wanted at the start of the season finally in there. First down at the Bears 17. Gray cuts it back. Gets inside the 10. The Bears are without 2 top linebackers. Lance Briggs out, Jonathan Bostic out.
And so it's a smart plan by the Patriots. Run right at those linebackers. You mentioned the offensive line. It's been in transition. Remember, Logan Mankins gone. Their longtime coach, Dante Scarnecchia, gone. They feel like it's starting to come together here in New England.
The ball just inside the 10-yard line. Gray fights his way down close to a first down. Looks like he has the first down.
Interesting that Jonas Gray getting the bulk of the carry. Shane Vereen, we were out of practice Friday. He fell ill.
Right.
Wasn't well enough to practice. And Bill Belichick, an old school guy, you don't practice, you may not play that first series.
Vereen actually was out for the first play, and that was it. First and goal at the 6-yard line. Edelman in motion. Brady looking deep into the end zone. The catch made, touchdown! Gronkowski with a great catch.
Now the 46th touchdown pass. We're going to see if it is good. Control, right foot down, drags the left toe. That's a touchdown, folks. We'll see if he takes it through the process. That's a touchdown, and Rob Gronkowski continues to wreak havoc on this league. A huge man who can move extremely well. There's that mismatch we talk about all the time. Ryan Mundy almost helpless with Rob Gronkowski's athleticism and size.
They're taking a look at it. Meanwhile, Rob Gronkowski accepts congratulations on the sideline. His 5th touchdown of the season. 5 plays, 55 yards, and a perfect throw from Tom Brady.
Can't do it any better. Rob Gronkowski is such an incredible athlete. The size-speed combination, quick out of his breaks, tough to deal with, as are so many of these tight ends around the league.
Steve Gostkowski with the extra point, and the Patriots, first time they get their hands on the ball, they march in for the touchdown. Nice ball day. That combination, Brady to Gronkowski, 46 times they've hooked up for touchdowns, a franchise record.
There's going to be a lot more. That's an awesome duo right there. Really, really tough to defend.
Chris Williams, who had a 50-yard kickoff return last week, is deep for the Bears as Gostkowski kicks it off. And Williams takes a knee. Chicago Bears, it's been tough on them.
We're 3-4. We need to play better. That's unacceptable. Same mistakes. We got to protect the football. We got to execute the game plan. You know, the Chicago Bears should not be 3-4 right now. Absolutely unacceptable.
He said it. It's unacceptable for the Bears. What are your thoughts, John?
I agree with them. With all this talent out here, that record is unacceptable. But what's more important is how they respond, how Brandon Marshall responds on the field today.
Movement before the snap.
False start. Offense, number 68. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Matt Slauson, the left guard, called on it. Out for Chicago is their starting right tackle, Jordan Mills. Michael Ola starting in his place, number 70. There's Michael Ola. The big matchup will be Kyle Long, the right guard, against Vince Wilfork, the big defensive tackle for the Patriots. Cutler completes to Dante Rosario, and he's out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. Dante Hightower shoved him out.
And Sam, you know, in talking to the Bears this week about that turmoil, the locker room, having been in there for 15 years, it is an emotional place. You know, sometimes you worry if you don't have that kind of response after the game. Mark Trestman said, we're all right. We had a great week of practice. That's got to be a safe haven, the locker room. And I'm just interested to see the response on the field.
They go with 2 tight ends. Brandon Marshall, the wide receiver. Forte straight ahead and dives forward. Time for an update. Let's go to the studio to Kurt Benefi.
Well, maybe it's a day for tight ends. You had Gronkowski score in your game. This is Lance Kendricks for the Rams, putting them on top in Kansas City 7-0 on a short little 1-yard touchdown catch from Austin Davis. Sam, John, and Pam.
Thanks, Kurt. There go the Rams again. John with a quick start. They've really gotten off to good starts the last 3 weeks. 3rd and 6 for the Bears. Alshon Jeffrey is back in at wide receiver.
Patriots showing pressure.
Cutler steps up, being rushed, got away from Ninkovich, and runs for the first down. Steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
And Sam, what the Patriots did, they showed pressure, then they took it away. They played coverage. I think this is a great response by Jay Cutler. Look at all that green grass to the right. Don't force a throw in there. Use that athleticism that's a very underrated component of his game. Get the first down, move the chains.
6 offensive linemen in there as Evan Britton is in as an extra tight end, blocking tight end. It's Antonio Holmes, Alshon Jeffrey, and Brandon Marshall, 3 wide receivers. Cutler gets time, goes outside for Forte, and it's incomplete. Forte covered by Dante Hightower. Matt Forte is the leader in receptions in the NFL with 52.
Matt Forte, he gets plenty of touches. I mean, we're coming into this game, 23 touches a game. Only DeMarco Murray, the leading rusher in football down in Dallas, has more touches. But he says he feels great. Keep feeding me. He wants to run the football today.
On 2nd and 10. Brandon Marshall and Darrell Rivas are matched up against one another. They go the other way with Matt Forte. Dives forward, close to the 35-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. Patrick Chung in on the tackle.
You watch Gerard Mayo, the middle linebacker, is out. So what do? You bring some heat inside. That makes Forte bounce the football, and good leverage outside by Patrick Chung, setting the edge, disengage, and making the tackle. Good team defense by the New England Patriots.
6 carries, 20 yards for Forte. Crowd gets on its feet on 3rd and 6. Pressure on Cutler. He gets rid of it. It's incomplete. Pass intended for the tight end, Martellus Brennan, and it was broken up by big Brandon Browner.
You know, Sam, we've just been talking about mismatches with tight ends. Well, here's a guy who can match up. He stands 6'4" himself, Brandon Browner. Very unusual for a cornerback to be that big, but boy, does it come in handy against the Chicago Bears, who throw giants at you at the skilled position.
Patriots defense does a good job again. Patrick O'Donnell to punt for the 2nd time. Danny Amendola is deep. And then went off the side of his foot. Takes a good roll. And the Bears touch it down at the New England 26-yard line. Patriots defense doing the job as Brandon Browner shut down Martellus Bennett. Good football day here in Foxborough. Patriots start from the 27, their 2nd possession. Illinois Mike Ho'omanawanui is in at tight end. Brady puts it up, completes to Brandon LaFell again. That was his first target for first possession. First down at the 39-yard line.
Tom Brady does so many things well. One of the things I think he does best is as a ball handler. He is an excellent play-action passer. He sells the run excellent, and then the ball placement. You can't place it any better. I'm telling you, Brandon LaFell, the comfort level is starting to really happen here.
Jonas Gray stays in at running back, gets a couple of yards. Up to the 42-yard line, Stephen Paya, the defensive tackle, made the stop. Gray heads to the sideline. And those two gentlemen, the gentleman with the longer hair is Peanut Tillman, and Lance Briggs next to him. Two big, important Bears defensive players. Tillman done for the season. Briggs hopes to be back after the bye week.
A lot of experience and excellent play on the sidelines for the Bears.
On 2nd and 7, the play fake by Brady connects with LaFell again. Out of bounds at the first down marker at the 49. And you're right, John. He seems to have a lot of confidence in LaFell now.
He has in recent weeks, and right now they're picking on the rookie corner, Kyle Fuller, who came in this game a little banged up. Had a hip pointer in last week's game. His hand is injured. Tom Brady picking on the rookie.
Nice start to the game for Tom Brady, who's 4 for 4. You look at the rookie Kyle Fuller. The end around, the fake. Brady still got it. Goes outside, and it's dropped by Shane Vereen. That was a razzle-dazzle play.
It sure was, and they didn't fool Tim Jennings. They fooled everybody but Tim Jennings. Little fake reverse to Edelman, and then watch Tim Jennings flash. Shane Vereen had his eyes on Tim Jennings instead of the football.
Vereen's usually a pretty reliable receiver. He's caught 23 passes this season. Here's 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. Vereen on the carry. Turns it into a nice gain. Down to the Bears' 44-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. So the overall record for Bill Belichick in his 20th season. 223 career wins.
Hey, we got 3. Come this way.
3rd and 4. Looking and completing to Gronkowski for a first down. Boy, he's got so many weapons. He moved Edelman. He went to Gronkowski.
And And this matchup favors the Patriots. Rob Gronkowski on Ryan Mundy. He's just going to overpower him. He's going to run right through him. That creates the separation. Then the accuracy of Tom Brady to hit him in stride equals the yards after the catch.
What do you do against a big tight end like that, John?
You got to try to get your hands, but Mundy, he's running right through his hands. You got to be more heavy-handed on Rob Gronkowski.
Jonas Gray straight ahead inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Patriots mixing up the offense here on a good drive that started at their own 27. And down to the Bears' 28-yard line. 2nd and 4. Gray remains in at running back. The fullback Devlin is in. Gray follows him and gets another first down.
Watch James Devlin right there, 46. Going to come leading on Christian Jones. Connolly up to the 2nd level. A lot of room for Jonas Gray to just simply run forward. The Patriots executing well. That offensive line that's been in such flux really starting to gel together.
6 carries, 43 yards for Jonas Gray. Shane Vereen's the running back now. And takes the pass. Inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. Little swing pass. Everything working for the Patriots right now.
It sure is. And the Patriots do the little things so well. I want you to watch Julian Edelman, the receiver, in motion. Edelman right here at the bottom of your screen. The blocking gives Vereen enough space. And when you give an athlete like Shane Vereen that kind of space, he's going to make you positive yards.
2nd and 3. Jonas Gray. Gray seems to be the inside runner. When Vereen's in there, they see to swing him on the outside.
Sam, and up till now, for the Patriots offense, the tempo hasn't been the tempo we've become accustomed to with the Patriots in recent years. We talked to Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator. He said with the offensive line in such flux, you've got skill guys that are new, LaFell. We aren't ready for that tempo yet, but it's getting better each and every week. They're starting to use it today, going at a real fast pace.
Devlin in at fullback, quick outside of Brandon LaFell, inside the 10, and he's pulled down at the 7-yard line. Shea McClellan and Kyle Fuller combined on the tackle, a gain of 6 for the Patriots.
This is where Rob Gronkowski becomes such a weapon down in this red zone. That matchup, that size-speed matchup becomes such an advantage for the Patriots down here.
Sorry, John, 2 tight ends in. Gronkowski shifts. Jonas Gray carrying, and the Bears able to stop him before he got any momentum going. Brings up a 3rd down. Stephen Paya with the initial hit on Jonas Gray.
Stephen Paya. The Bears in recent years, from Lovie Smith to new coordinator Mel Tucker. Lovie Smith was the head coach, but he had a penetrating 1-gap system. This new 2-gap system really favors a guy like Paya, who is quick but extremely strong. He's using his hands well. He's really been a force on the run game and has 4 sacks to go along with it.
They split the fullback Devlin to the left. Vereen motions. And on 3rd down, Brady to Vereen. And he's brought down at the 2-yard line by Shane McClellan. But it looks like he's got a first down.
The Patriots so good at identifying the matchups they want. They're going to go with the quick pace.
Hurry up, 1st and goal. Brady hands to Vereen. Vereen is rolled down just short of the goal line. Wow. Patriots really picking up the pace here.
They're using the tempo, and here they are right back at it.
2nd and goal. Inside the 1. Brady, quarterback sneak. No signal. And the Bears ready for it. We're able to clog up the middle. Ryan Mundy, the safety, in on the stop.
That's one thing that you always have to know with Tom Brady. If you ever come up and you're not ready, or if you have wide threes, the defensive tackle's wide, he will quarterback sneak. He'll someday be in the Hall of Fame, but if there were a Hall of Fame for quarterback sneakers, Tom Brady would be a first ballot.
3rd and inches. 3rd and goal, inches away. And the Patriots have called a timeout as they are knocking at the door at the goal line. Patriots about to snap their 16th play of this drive, their longest drive in terms of play this season. It's 3rd and goal, inches away. 3 tight ends and the fullback in. Gray straight ahead. And still no signal. It's going to be 4th down. The Bears, great job inside.
Look at the surge of the line of scrimmage. The Bears knocking the Patriots offensive line back. What a stand by the Chicago Bear defense.
That's the end of the first quarter. Patriots are less than a length of a football away from a touchdown, but the Bears' strong defense held, and the Patriots
Not
had
so
the
fast.
field goal
There we
kicking
go.
unit on, and now they're switching. And back comes Brady in the offense, and the fans love it. Pats are 3 for 7 on 4th downs this season. This is for a touchdown. And it's stopped. There's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play. Great push by the defense of the Chicago Bears, led by Jeremiah Ratliff and Christian Jones.
Prior to the snap, there was a false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down.
What a job by this Chicago defense. Stellar, standing up to the Patriots, forcing the field goal.
So it moves the Patriots back 5 yards. And now Bill Belichick sends out his field goal kicking unit. So what a defensive stand by the Chicago Bears.
Absolutely. That's huge, because this is a tough team, the New England Patriots, to come back from. And when you get down 2 touchdowns early, that starts messing with your game plan, everything. Huge stop by the Chicago Bears defense.
Mark Trestman, the head coach of the Bears. Field goal try of 23 yards for Gostkowski, who puts it through, and the Patriots lead 10-0. But Tom Brady says, oh, we should have gotten more on that drive. Back in Foxborough, the Patriots leading the Bears 10-0. But the Bears offense, they had a chance to rest. That was a 7-minute drive for New England.
I think that's the definition of bend but don't break, because 17-play drive,
wow,
only resulting in 3 points.
Great stand by the Bears defense. Gostkowski kicks it off to Chris Williams. They'll return this one from the 5. And he's hit at the 20-yard line. Brandon Bolden made the hit and the tackle on Williams.
You take a look at this last stand. Open field tackling. Shane McClellan, that's the 3rd down play. It looks like Shane Vereen's going to walk in. Here comes DJ Williams. Then the big stop on 4th down. On 3rd down, excuse me. What a job by the Chicago Bears defense. That front doing some work.
Now let's see if the Bears offense can get something going as they start from the 21-yard line. Cutler works out of the shotgun. Matt Forte, the running back. All the receivers out. Short pass completed to Alshon Jeffrey. Up close to the 27-yard line, Devin McCourty, the free safety, with the stop.
Sam, now if you're Jay Cutler, you got to use that stop. You got to take advantage of it. Your team just got an emotional lift. Let's see if the Bears can take advantage of it and put some points on the board.
Cutler gets time and try to get it in there to Brandon Marshall, but that was broken up by Darrelle Revis. That's quite a matchup there.
It sure is, and I'm starting to see the Darrelle Revis we all knew who played for the New York Jets last year in Tampa. That was a guy coming back from a tough knee injury. He didn't look like the same guy. A lot of people thought he was done. He's back. He is playing excellent football for the New England Patriots.
He closes very quickly, doesn't he, John?
He plays tight coverage, but still doesn't get beat over the top. Very tough to deal with.
3rd and 4. Forte shifts back into the backfield. Three wide receivers in. Swing it out to Forte, and he's hit immediately by Brandon Browner. We go for an update to Kurt Menefee.
Well, last week, New England handed the Jets their 6th straight loss, and it's gotten worse. Geno Smith, 3 first-quarter interceptions. That one by Aaron Williams set up a touchdown. He's been replaced by Michael Vick. They're still in the first quarter. It's 14-0 Buffalo. Sam, John, and Pam.
Thanks, Kurt. Got to pull the quarterback in that situation, John.
Yeah, I think you do. Rex has tried to stick with Geno Smith. He can't anymore.
Patrick O'Donnell with a good high punt. He got all of this one. Backing up his Amendola on the return. Looking for some room. We got a little room. Gets it back up to the 24-yard line. Brandon Browner stops the Bears offense cold with a good hit on Matt Forte. Patriots 127 yards total offense. Bears only 37. An advantage in possession time to the Patriots, who have the ball for the third time in the game. From the 24, the play fake. Brady, Brandon LaFell. That's his first down receiver. 3 times he started to drive with a pass to LaFell.
Watch the play action and what it does to the linebacker. He's going to stick that ball out. Here comes the linebackers. Wide open grass in there. Tom Brady to Brandon LaFell. That's that play action. Them running the football effectively. The linebackers have to respect it. Then you show it, you put out the carrot, you throw it right behind him.
Gain of 17 on the play. James White is the running back. Rookie out of Wisconsin. Gets a couple of yards. We go to the sideline to Pam Oliver. Pam?
Well, Sam, the Bears defensive players were greeted by the entire team as they stopped the Patriots on that impressive goal line stand. Everyone came up to say, good job, everybody. The character, Jared Allen demonstrated what he was doing on that play, carrying on, falling to his knees. Defensive coordinator Mel Tucker was more technical about things. He told his group to match the physical play of the Patriots, telling them to do a better job getting off their blocks.
Thanks, Ben. Shane Vereen on the draw play with a first down run into Bears territory. Down to the 46-yard line, the safety Chris Conte in on the tackle.
One thing in meeting with offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels, he said, we've got to make them defend the run. We've got to see 30 to 35 runs. Look at that green grass, that offensive line really coming together. Shane Vereen tells Chris Conte, get off me. Falls forward.
14 runs for the Patriots, 69 yards thus far in the first half. On first down, it's White. And he ran right into Al Lewis-Jean, who took him down.
Well,
O-line, we talked about it, John.
And it's been all over the place, Sam. They've had injuries. Logan Mankins gets traded. We've talked about their longtime line coach, Dante Scarnecchia, no longer here, but they feel like it's finally settled. And Josh McDaniels said something really interesting. We wanted it to get it right. We were going to be patient with it. They have, and it's coming together.
Brady was rushed. He throws for LaFell. Flag on the play. Al Lewis-Jean, rookie out of Boston College, made contact on Brandon LaFell. May have been a little too early.
Ball comes out of Tom Brady's hand. A big duck here, but you see the hold by the kid from Boston College.
Pass interference. Defense number 39. By rule, the ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Patriots first down at the Bears 30-yard line. Charles Tillman on the sideline trying to encourage that defense.
The interesting thing, remember we told you Kyle Fuller came in banged up. He's out of the game. The rookie Gene goes in.
On first down.
63. Just quick 63. 59 to Mike. Fan. No, area.
Off the play fake. Brady throws to Gronkowski. First down at the 14-yard line.
This is something that was noticeable on film. Injuries at the linebacker position. The guys that have been in there, they've been struggling with the play action pass. Tom Brady clearly taking advantage of that. Again, the carrot in front of the linebackers to draw them up. Tight ends behind.
10 for 11. for 105 yards for Tom Brady. First down at the 14. James White, the running back. White stopped after a short pickup. DJ Williams, the middle linebacker, with the tackle. Offensively, the Patriots are controlling the game.
They really are, and I think you really have to credit the New England defense. That last series, the emotional lift with the goal line stand by the Bears, and then a 3 and out for the Bears offense. It kind of can deflate a defense.
On 2nd and 10, White remains in at running back. 2 tight ends in.
What? Falcon boss! Falcon boss!
He dropped the football, and James White able to dive on top and recover. So that time mishandling the snap.
Look, the only thing I will say, Tom Brady's had 3 centers this year. A lot of change at the center position for Tom Brady. That time, the quarterback center exchange doesn't get executed. James White very alert to fall on the ball.
The center here is Brian Stork, who's had a couple of starts. He's back in after being out with a concussion. He's a rookie out of Florida State.
Hey, you're a fan, Stork!
Well, he was a full-time starter at Florida State.
Tom Brady's got Shane Vereen on the linebacker up top.
Flags fly.
False start. Offense, number 66, illegal snap.
And that's on the center again.
3rd down.
Brian Stork.
Now a couple of possessions where the Patriots have been dominant until they get to the red zone, and then it's a struggle to get in. So the Bears defense tightening up in the red zone.
Ball back to the 22-yard line. Have to get to the 4-yard line for a first down.
Read it! Hop! Hop up!
All the receivers out. The rush is on. Brady gets away and throws to the goal line. It's dropped. Well, my apologies. Gronkowski held on at the 1-yard line. He didn't get in.
See the catch. He's going to hold on to the ball.
And they hurry up offense. Vereen swinging wide. Gets down to the 1-yard line. Back to the line of scrimmage. Lamar Houston with the stop.
This is something Tom Brady has been working on in the red zone. A lot of opportunity to extend the play. Not something he's done throughout his career. Bill Belichick's talked to him a lot about the opportunities, particularly in the red zone, to extend the play. He does it and does it well.
Brady to put it up. He throws. Touchdown! Tim Wright. Tom Brady's 2nd touchdown pass of the game, is 15th of the season.
And Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator, says this running stuff's not working against these guys down here. They go to the play action. Tom Brady sticks the ball out. Here comes Tim Wright running away from Tim Jennings, the cornerback. Excellent execution by the Patriots offense.
Last 2 possessions, the Patriots have run 27 plays. They whistle stop the play before the kick. False start.
False start. Offense, number 77.
Nate Solder, the left tackle. Jonathan Kraft, the man with the glasses on, and Robert Kraft, the principal owner. Things are looking good for the Kraft family right now.
Yes, they are.
Gostkowski for the extra point try on the Bears sideline. They've got to find a way to regroup. Gostkowski's kick is good. The Patriots have a 17-0 lead. The offense has been clicking. Tim Wright's 3rd touchdown catch of the season. Sam Rosen, John Lynch, Pam Oliver here in New England and Foxborough, where a lot of smiles on the faces of the New England Patriots. That offense Time of possession now nearly 15 minutes for the Patriots, just about 7 minutes for the Bears. And they've had the ball 3 times and put 17 points on the board. High short kick. Chris Williams takes it at the 10. Williams is hit as he crosses the 20. And the Bears will start from the 23-yard line. Good times for the Patriots as they look for their 4th in a row. They are a dominant home team. Harold Reynolds, Don Verducci doing a great job. You got to tune in to Game 5 tonight. 2-2 in the series. On first down, Forte with his first catch of the game. The NFL leader with his 53rd of the season, out of bounds up at the 41-yard line. Gain of 18. Sorry, John.
I think that's smart. They've run Matt Forte a lot. Now pull a little Tom Brady, show him the ball, get the linebacker sucked up, and use Matt Forte, who came into today leading the National Football League in receptions.
Bears need a sustained drive here. Cutler off the play fake, gets time, waits, and throws deep for Martellus Bennett, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty, the free safety with the pick.
He's going to be saved by an illegal contact.
Illegal contact, number 39, defense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic, first down.
Watch Brandon Browner. He's a guy who likes playing with contact. In today's football, doesn't look like much. Remember, the point of emphasis happens right there, not at the end, right there. But Jay Cutler, he cannot stare down his receiver like that. Devin McCourty, all he's doing is reading his eyes. He looked there the entire way. You can't do that.
The break for the Bears, a first down at the 46-yard line.
91.
Josh Morgan in as a 3rd receiver for the Bears. Forte squeezes through the hole, picks up a block from Santonio Holmes, and gets down to the New England 35-yard line. 19-yard run for Matt Forte.
Matt Forte, he's so smooth. He's the guy you look at the screen. It doesn't look like he's moving that fast. Excellent blocking. Coming from every direction. Martellus Bennett gets a key block, and then Forte, just a little bit of a crack, and he can really go.
5th in the league in rushing. Quick outside to Alshon Jeffrey. And he's inside the 30, down on the 27-yard line.
Some rhythm and tempo starting to show itself for the Chicago Bears. They need to play with a little bit more tempo, a little bit more energy on offense. Their defense, despite the points that they've given up, the 17 points, they've done a heck of a job. They need a little rest, and they need some points on the board, the Chicago Bears.
Kadeem Carey is in at running back. 3 wide receivers in. On 2nd and 2, it's Carey looking for some running room. He fights his way to the 25-yard line. He may get just enough for the first down. Jamie Collins and Dante Hightower on the stop.
See Rob Ninkovich right here. Played 100% of the snaps last week versus the New York Jets. Look at him spill the ball, spill the blocker, then get off and affect Kadeem Carey's ability to get downhill. An excellent football player, Rob Ninkovich. Plays all the time and plays 100% all the time.
First down for the Bears. Cutler walks down the line. 3 wide receivers left for the Bears. Forte, the running back. Everyone out. Cutler with time for Forte. Touchdown! Cutler showed good patience, and Forte open for the 25-yard touchdown pass.
Just an excellent secondary reaction. That wasn't the route that was called. Watch Matt Forte and be right here. He's going to check. Then he's going to release when Cutler extends the play. Right here, looks like he's going to stop, and then boom, he goes over for Jamie Collins right there. Excellent football play by Matt Forte and by Jay Cutler. buying some time, extending the play, allowed Forte to get open.
77-yard drive for the Bears as they put points on the board and cut the New England lead to 17-7. Third touchdown catch of the season for Matt Forte. That's a solid drive for the Bears.
It really is, and one that was much needed. Remember, we talked about the defense playing well despite the 17 points. It was the offense's turn to do something. They needed points, and they needed to just stay on the field a little bit. The Patriots were really dominating the time of possession.
Robbie Gould kicking off. Danny Amendola is beyond the end line for the touchback. College football returns to Fox Saturday when the Stanford Cardinal, that's your team, John, head to Eugene to take on Heisman hopeful Marcus Mariota and the 6th-ranked Oregon Ducks. Coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox, streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
It hasn't been as rosy as we thought coming in, but we're not dead yet. That's huge, that game right there.
With a big road win. Patriots start from the 20. Brady, quick toss to Gronkowski. And he's up to the 25-yard line to pick up a 5. Tim Jennings on the stop. Earlier, the backup linebacker, Darryl Sharpton, who's been playing well the last couple of weeks, limped off to the locker room. So the Bears suffering another injury at the linebacker position.
Yeah, they came in today with Lance Briggs, a starter, Jonathan Bostic, who plays in the nickel package, both out for the 3rd straight game. Now you lose Sharpton. It's
Jonas Gray carrying. There's a flag down in the backfield. And no gain on the play for Jonas Gray. Stephen Paya with a tackle.
Holding. Offense, number 66. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
The center, Brian Stork, is having some problems today. A couple of penalties. Mishandled the snap.
And that's what Jeremiah Ratliff and Stephen Paya will do. This defensive line is a force for the Chicago Bears. We haven't seen it because they haven't really played ahead a large part of this year, but they got some players down there. Ratliff, Jared Allen, Willie Young, Lamar Houston. They're loaded at the D-line position.
Ball back at the 15-yard line. Brady throwing for Edelman, but Edelman seemed to turn a little farther upfield than Brady anticipated.
Again, pressure around Tom Brady. Julian Edelman has really gained in his chemistry. He's become that Wes Welker for Tom Brady. But that defensive front really starting to make their presence known for the Chicago Bears.
Only the 2nd incompletion Brady has thrown in the game.
Go left. Which one of these 3?
3rd and long for the Patriots. All the receivers out. Brady throws to Gronkowski for 1st down. Well, they say he's a beast. He's a beast. He's tough to handle.
And I'll tell you this, one man's not going to do it right now. You've got to give Ryan Mundy some help because he's getting eaten up. You see him try to man-to-man Rob Gronkowski now from an off position. Just can't do it. Tom Brady's too accurate. Rob Gronkowski's too athletic and big. They need to double Rob Gronkowski in key situations.
Jonas Gray sprints to the outside and turns the corner. Gets up close to midfield. Another Patriots 1st down. Gray with 10 carries, 63 yards.
Watch Rob Gronkowski. Not just a receiver, the key block going to kick out Tim Jennings, opens up the big hole for Gray.
Quick outside, Edelman dropped it. A little bit low on the throw. He had a couple of drops in the game against the Jets a week ago Thursday, and he said, you've got to eliminate the drops. This guy is in at 6 a.m. every day working on his ball skills.
He's a neat kid to sit down with. He says he's living a dream every day. He grew up a Tom Brady fan, came from the Bay Area, Redwood City, California, idolizing Tom Brady. College quarterback, now has become one of the finer receivers in this league.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Brady throws complete to Gronkowski again. 7th catch of the 1st half by Rob Gronkowski. And he's down to the Bears' 25-yard line. A 25-yard pickup.
I tell you, Josh McDaniels proven to be very smart. He saw something coming in. He said, we've got to run the football, then we got to attack them with the play action. They've done them both quite effectively. Rob Gronkowski been a big part in the run game and pass game.
7 catches, 101 yards for Rob Gronkowski and 1 touchdown. Jonas Gray. He's been getting the load of the running game for the Patriots here in the first half. Picks up 3 on that carry. 11 carries, 67 yards for Jonas Gray. He's been good.
He's been really good. I like the way he's running. He's a smaller guy, but he's not really messing around in the backfield. He's sticking his foot in the ground and getting downhill.
Devlin is in at fullback. The 2-back set. Amendola motions. Off the plate fake. LaFell to the 5-yard line. Brandon LaFell taking advantage of Al Lewis Jean, the rookie quarterback.
Watch the ball handling again, Sam. Sticking that ball out, turns around, fundamentally sound, puts it on the money to LaFell, who's becoming a trusted target for Tom Brady. Each and every week you see him become a bigger part of the pass game.
6th catch of the game for Brandon LaFell. The Patriots offense just continues to roll. It's 1st and goal at the 5-yard line as we reach the 2-minute warning. Follow your favorite team all season long. Go to iTunes.com/NFL. 4 possessions in the game for the Patriots. Every possession they've gotten into the red zone. They've scored on the previous 3. And they're at the 5-yard line here. 1st and goal.
58.
Jonas Gray fights his way down to the 2-yard line. Very impressive offense, John, by the Patriots.
It really is. You know, Sam, we go around week to week and we hear coaches, we talk to them, and they say they're going to try to do this in the game, and oftentimes you don't see it translate on the field. Everything they told us that they were going to try to do, they've done and done very, very well.
Are you surprised that the Bears haven't tried to jam Gronkowski more at the line of scrimmage?
I think they're trying. I don't think they have the guy to do it. And you know, it's not just the Chicago Bears. I mean, it's an issue league-wide, and that's why I say I don't think one guy's going to do it. In key situations, you got to give Ryan Mundy some help because he's getting eaten alive. There's very few players in this league right now that are a good matchup against the likes of Rob Gronkowski.
Stay tuned at halftime. The Visa Halftime Report is coming up. The guys in the studio will catch you up on what's going on around the league. For Mel Tucker, his defense did have a great goal line stand, but right now in danger of giving up another score. Gronkowski motions. The pass to Gronkowski, he's got it. Touchdown. What a day Rob Gronkowski is having.
Let's check out the feed first of all. Control, left foot down. Right foot down. Ooh. See if that ball, it's okay if it hits the ground so long as he maintains control throughout the process. I don't know if that stands. That might be loose. I don't know if that's, we'll have to ask our friend Mike Pereira, but that ball is moving as it hit the ground. Hit the ground.
So the review from the booth. And our referee, Brad Allen, will check it out. Gronkowski made a good grab. His play under review. What are your thoughts, John?
Well, it looks to me from that angle, there's one more angle where we're going to go to Mike Pereira because he explains it better than I do.
Mike, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know, I'm one of these guys that don't like to overturn anything unless it's so obvious. I keep looking at that left hand, but here the ball really does seem to come loose and turn over in the hand. So I think that one makes it look like it's incomplete. And remember, it's part of this process. After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
There you go. Again, it has to be indisputable evidence to overturn the call on the field. The call on the field was touchdown, and Brad Allen, the referee, says it stands. So Gronkowski with his second touchdown reception of the game.
And this is the angle. You know, I think it's the angle that gave me pause, that gave Mike pause, but again, it has to be indisputable. And Mike said it. I never want to turn something over unless it's very clear. It did look like that ball was loose and on the ground to me, though.
Oh, you know what? You were right. You said there'd be more Brady Gronkowski touchdowns. Mike Pereira, what are your thoughts about the ruling?
Well, I still think when you look at it, it might be incomplete because that ball turns over, but I don't mind as long as the league stays consistent and doesn't overturn anything unless it's totally obvious.
Thanks, Mike. Rob Gronkowski having a great game.
I think that's the biggest point. This guy, Rob Gronkowski, I keep saying, and it's hard when they split him out like that, but you got to put some more attention. Put a safety over the top. You got to give him double attention and make someone else beat you, because that's easy for Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski right about now. We're seeing a lot of those Gronk slam celebrations.
8 catches, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. If you have him in your fantasy football team, you're having a great day.
You know, talking to Tom Brady, something I asked him, because of the persona that is Rob Gronkowski, kind of the meathead persona, I think it gets lost that he's a very smart football player, as a wildly talented, there he is, but a very, very smart football player as well as being supremely talented.
Steve Gostkowski, they kicked it off to Chris Williams. It's a good kick. Williams on the return, and they've got him at the 10-yard line. Let's find out what's coming up at halftime on the Visa Halftime Report. Kurt.
Coming up on the Visa Halftime, we'll show you why a penalty against Detroit actually helped them win when maybe it shouldn't have. The Seahawks look for a bounce back in Carolina, and the Ravens and Bengals battle for first in the AFC North. It's all coming up on the Visa Halftime.
I like Kurt's suit. Looked good.
Kurt always looks good.
Morning football on Fox today. Detroit beating Atlanta in London. They'll have complete highlights. Now, Bears from the 10-yard line. Excellent coverage. Matthew Slater made the tackle on Chris Williams on the kickoff coverage. Quick outside of Forte. Steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
So critical to get even a field goal here, Sam. The field goal makes it a 2-score game. The Bears, Tom Brady's going to be tough to stop today, so this offense needs to continue to score each and every time they get the football.
And remember, the Patriots deferred at the start of the game. They'll get the ball to start the second half. And the Bears have not been able to stop the Patriots offense, except the goal line stand that settled for 3. In trouble is Cutler. They've got him. He's wrapped up by Akeem Ayers, the new linebacker that they acquired in a trade with Tennessee this week.
Watch the pressure. It's going to come off the slots. Jay Cutler, this is something they wanted to, if you could take away his first read, they felt he started to look at the rush, and Akeem Ayers, who they just traded for, is the guy who finishes the deal for the New England Patriots.
There's a flag on the play. Late flag was thrown. The officials discussing things here. Little huddle up by the officials, and Brad Allen comes out.
Dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 75, offense, half the distance to the goal. It will be 3rd down.
That's Kyle Long called on it, number 75.
Kyle Long tries to pull Akeem Ayers off his quarterback. And the officials right there. That's one thing I do respect about Kyle Long. I was watching film and preparing for this game, and someone took a shot on Jay Cutler. He's always right there for his quarterback. May have to keep his emotions a little more in check, but I do respect that he's always there for his guy, Jay Cutler.
Oh, he's one tough guy.
Excellent
He was
football
brought
player
in
as well.
for that, yeah, for his strength and his toughness. Ball is back on the 3-yard line, and it's 3rd down. Forte taking it outside. Brandon Browner wraps him up. All Patriots right now, and the Patriots call a timeout as they'll get the ball one more time before halftime.
You're giving Tom Brady the ball back. Here's what he's done all day. He's wore you out with Rob Gronkowski. Then a new dimension to Tom Brady's game, extending the play and then finding Gronkowski and then Tim Wright, the other tight end. Another dose of Rob Gronkowski. The tight ends have been huge for Tom Brady today. Everything clicking for the Patriots.
I don't know if they're giving him the ball back. The Patriots are taking the ball back.
That's right. They're going to have good field position to boot.
O'Donnell will kick from his end zone, and they've got Julian Edelman on the field to return. The sun has come out brightly here in Foxborough. O'Donnell gets time. Here's Edelman from the 39. There's a flag on the play. Edelman goes wide. Picks up a couple of blocks. What a return inside the 20. We'll check out the flag that's down back at the 4-yard line. A 53-yard punt, a 42-yard return.
Holding, kicking team number 76. That penalty is assessed from the dead ball spot. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Just watch this. This is unbelievable execution. Scotty O'Brien, the special teams coach. Edelman going to catch it, and then watch the wall start to develop right about here. The blockers start to fall in place, getting their head in front. No penalties. Great execution by the Patriots special teams.
Season-long return for Edelman, who started right and then went left.
It's
and
all
now,
working.
The Patriots at the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. Brady, fade to the corner, LaFell. He's got it. Touchdown. Gronkowski's got to share honors with Brandon LaFell.
It's all about matchups in this league, and Tom Brady so adept at finding the matchup that he wants that favors the Patriots. Kyle Fuller, a rookie, goes out with an injury. Gene, the rookie, Luis Gene, the rookie, comes in. He starts picking on him. He's got Gronk, he's got LaFell, he's got Amendola, he's got Edelman. It's all working for Tom Brady and the Patriots.
The Patriots have had the ball 5 times in the first half. They've scored 4 touchdowns and a field goal. Gronkowski's extra point is through, and the Patriots with a 31-7 lead.
It's all Tom Brady sees. He looks to his left and he says, I got Brandon LaFell on a rookie who hasn't played a lot of football. That's where I'm going. LaFell doing such a great job of high-pointing the football, concentrating and bringing it in. New England now 2 touchdowns in the last 45 seconds.
Oh, man. It's an offensive machine out there. And a lot of high fives and celebrations on the sideline. Tom Brady with 3 touchdown passes in the game. He's been brilliant. 18 for 21, 203 yards, 3 touchdowns.
3 weeks ago, he was washed up, according to everyone here in New England. It's just, you know, it's Sam, they've been working through this offensive line issues, trying to find the right combination. You lose your 2 best defensive players in my mind, in Mayo and Chandler Jones, but you win 3 games, so you're 5-2. Now you're starting to hit stride. Denver Broncos next week. It's all good for New England.
Wow, what a matchup that one will be. Gostkowski kicks it off. Chris Williams takes a knee. Tonight we switch from football to baseball. The World Series, it's all tied, 2 games apiece. Game 5 in San Francisco. Last night it was the Giants bats coming alive. Tonight the big pitching matchup. Bumgarner, Madison Bumgarner, the left-hander. James Shields, the right-hander. Should be a good one. Game 5. There's a shot of Fenway Park.
That's on my bucket list. I've never been there. I've got to go there. I've got to see a game there.
That is must. You're right about that, John. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern, by the way, for the World Series. In trouble is Cutler. And he dropped the football. Bad mistake by Jay Cutler, and the return by Rob Ninkovich for a touchdown. Cutler is complaining to the referee that forward progress had been stopped.
Watch Dante Hightower. He's going to come and power through Matt Forte. But then the ball security of Jay Cutler, you've got to hold on to that football. It's happened too much for Cutler this year. You've got to understand that the play is dead. Eat it. Live to see another down. Instead, he tries to get rid of it. Number 90, Zach Moore, tomahawks it, gets it out.
And this play is under review because of a change of possession on the fumble. It's ruled a fumble on the field. And the officials will check this one out. Jay Cutler has thrown 7 interceptions. If that fumble stands, that would be his 4th fumble lost this season.
See him step up in the pocket to try to elude Hightower. That ball, look how low it is. Got to carry that higher. And right here, he's trying to throw the football. Again, you got to know when to say when.
The ruling of a fumble followed by a touchdown is confirmed.
3 touchdowns in 57 seconds for the Patriots. My goodness. As the Patriots have broken this game wide open. And right now, Mark Trestman and the Bears have to be shell-shocked. Second career touchdown for Rob Ninkovich. We bring in our man Mike Pereira on that call. Mike, can you explain what happened on that play?
I'll tell you what you have is you don't have a forward pass because the ball comes out before he thrusts his hands forward. What you really have, in my opinion, is grasp and control. You've got one player holding onto his legs and a second defender bearing down on him, but that's not reviewable. That's just like the ruling of forward progress. There you can see he's wrapped up by the leg, another player bearing down on him. Really classic grasp and control, but again, not reviewable.
Should the whistle have blown, Mike, in your opinion?
Yeah, you know, it's one of those where you have to make a split decision, but grasp and control is a player safety issue. That's why the rule is in there. They want to protect the quarterback. So it basically says if one defensive player has control of the quarterback and the second player is bearing down on him, then you kill the play, even though maybe his progress is not stopped. I think you're going to see that called grasp and control about 50% of the time, and I was kind of surprised I didn't see it called there.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. I work hard at learning these rules. I played for 15 years, still don't know them all. And I learn something new from Mike Pereira every week.
Every week, without a doubt.
Sure happy we have him.
Brandon Marshall, look at the stunned look on his face. He said 3 and 4 for the Bears is unacceptable. Well, this game is totally unacceptable for the Bears. Chris Williams on the return. Across the 25. Most points ever given up in a first half by a Chicago Bears team. Wow.
You know, Sam, we talked in the open. This is very much where the Patriots were 3 weeks ago. Frustration, but the leadership stood up for the New England Patriots. And I talked about, I'm curious to see the response. I don't really care what happened in that locker room, but I was curious to see the response. Response hasn't been too good.
Bears have a bye week next week, and there'll be a lot of examination and soul searching and figuring out ways to get things straightened out. Forte with a carry across the 30-yard line for the New England Patriots. Boy, they have put everything together for this first half.
They sure have. And that's what they do. They don't let things bother them. They've lost Chandler Jones, their best defensive player, their most impactful in my mind. Before that, it was Mayo. Their offensive line's been in shambles. They're finding the right combination, but they keep winning games. And then when it all comes together, it's really good.
Forte again. Flag on the play. Good run by Forte across the 40 up to the 42-yard line as time winds down in the first half. The Patriots with a 38-7 lead in the
Illegal use of the hands, hands to the face, number 90, defense. That 5-yard penalty is added to the end of the run. First down.
That's on Zach Moore. Patriots will get the ball to start the second half. And look at this phenomenal statistic. They've won their last 70 home games when leading at halftime.
Yeah, but the good news for the Bears, I don't think they've ever been leading 38-7 at half. So maybe they can buck that trend.
54.
All receivers out. Cutler steps up, looking downfield. Throws deep downfield for Brandon Marshall. It's intercepted. Darrelle Revis with the pick. First half comes to an end. A spectacular first half for the home team. The Patriots lead the Bears 38-7. It's time for the Visa halftime report. Here's Kurt Menefee. Welcome back to Foxborough as we get set for the second half. Patriots and Bears. Today's excitement is brought to you by Nissan. Tom Brady with his 5th career game with 4 first-half touchdowns, most in NFL history. Brilliant performance by the Patriots offense, John.
Well, I think in all phases, really. Their offense has been unbelievable, running the football effectively, the play-action game, taking the right matchups and exploiting them. The defense has been just as good. Special teams has contributed. The long punt return, they're clicking on all cylinders.
And the Patriots get the ball to start the second half. The long kick taken by Amendola for the touchback. We go to the sideline to Pam Oliver.
Well, Sam, there were literally mouths agape on the Chicago sideline when Jay Cutler turned that ball over. I saw one teammate even throw his helmet in disgust. In talking to Mark Trestman, he told me that we just have to do our jobs. Everybody do your jobs for the next 30 minutes. Bill Belichick, meantime, I asked him how they stay in this kind of flow. He says, we're playing good football right now. We just can't worry about the score. Back to you.
Thanks, Pam. And Tom Brady comes out throwing and connects with Julian Edelman, his first catch of the game. Up to the 34-yard line. Let's look at the comparisons. I mean, Tom Brady, right now, he's incomparable. You can't compare.
There really is no comparison right now. And Tom Brady showing exactly how you play this position at its finest and highest level. Jay Cutler struggling to get it going, and then the turnovers that have hurt him so often.
Tim Wright is in as the second tight end. There's the pass to Wright, number 81. Lunges forward to the 42-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and 2. And the hurry-up offense is the Patriots continue to work their game.
You have to. Remember, they have the Denver Broncos coming in next week. You've got to finish this game off. Crazy things have happened in this league. Bill Belichick will be on them to compete and execute till the end.
Another pass to Tim Wright. That's complete and a first down. Brady comes out. Bang, bang, bang. Machine-like.
And if you play zone defense, Tom Brady will do that to you. You'd like to play more man-to-man, but we've seen what Tom Brady and the Patriots skill set has done to man-to-man. They've exploited it, so the Bears forced to go to the zone defense.
First down at the 48-yard line. Brady checking off. Quick to Edelman, he dropped it. He's still got the dropsies. Couple of drops against the Jets, couple of drops in this game. First half offensive leaders. You see Tom Brady, we talked about him. Jonas Gray, 70 yards rushing. That was impressive. Gronkowski, 2 touchdown catches amongst the 8 catches in the game. And Brandon LaFell with a great game. 7 catches, including 1 for a touchdown. This is to Tim Wright. Tim Wright was acquired in a trade, and they're kind of working him in, getting that second tight end, receiving tight end, into the flow of the offense.
I think when we show all of these numbers, the guys that get left out, those guys up front, when those numbers are that good everywhere in the run game, the pass game, Tom Brady's numbers, those guys up front are doing a heck of a job, and they have been excellent today.
They protected Brady. No sacks in the game for the Bears. The spread offense continues. Brady gets time, fires and completes it to Gronkowski. Fights off Monday, heads for the goal line. Touchdown! The beast is loose.
Wow. I mean, the Bears, they say, all right, Ryan Monday, our one safety's not working. Let's try Chris Conte. Tom Brady says, I don't care who you throw at me. With Rob Gronkowski, I like my chances. Tom Brady continues to throw the football to Rob Gronkowski with unbelievable success. But again, it all starts up front. Look at this protection. Absolutely no pass rush. Tom Brady on the money to Gronkowski, who then eludes the other safety, Ryan Monday, and fights all the way in to the end zone.
46-yard touchdown from Brady to Gronkowski. And that combination 3 times in the game, they hold the franchise record. He shoves one defender away and then outruns the rest. And the Bears don't know what hit him. What a day for Rob Gronkowski, as he has matched his career high in receptions with 9. He's approaching career receiving yards in a game. He's at 149 and 3 touchdowns, tying a career high. Chris Williams on the return, hit hard. Don Jones on the tackle and the hit.
I tell people all the time, the most physical football there is in the National Football League, it's on that play right there. The kickoff coverage, kickoff return. It's not for the faint of heart.
No.
And what a play by Don Jones.
Bears start from the 19-yard line, and this is a team in need of some leadership right now, John.
Absolutely. Just to stay together. You got to finish this game, and you got to stay together as a football team.
Cutler throws and hits Brandon Marshall. Marshall's first reception of the game up to the 36-yard line, a first down.
Yeah, we talked about the leadership in the open needing to step up to try to win this game. That doesn't look possible right now, but you can't have fractures. We saw signs of it last week. The Bears will tell you that was media driven, made up by the media. Typically where there's smoke, there's fire. It seemed like a lot of frustration out of that Bears locker room.
3 wide receivers in, Forte the running back. Cutler drops it off to Martellus Bennett, the tight end, who runs hard into Patriots territory, and he's pulled out of bounds. A good effort by Martellus Bennett. And a first down for the Bears at the Patriots' 46-yard line.
Sam, you know the interesting thing, this is not a talent issue. When I look at the Chicago Bears, if you were to like pick teams, you know how you used to on the street?
Yeah.
I'm not so sure you wouldn't have more Bears than Patriots, but when you put the team together and the most important position, quarterback, the head coach, all of that, it slants heavily towards the New England Patriots.
First down at the 47, Forte. Not much running room. He turns it into something. He took nothing and finally found the hole. Good job by Matt Forte.
That's a guy I'd pick first. If you were on the street, I'd pick this guy, Matt Forte. What a fabulous run. He bounces it, nothing there, cuts back, sees the green grass. This guy on the ground running the football as a receiver. He's the complete package for the Chicago Bears. And as many times as they hand it to him, I don't think they can hand it to him enough.
11 carries, 70 yards rushing for Matt Forte. Had 4 catches for 46 yards receiving. Forte again. Boy, he just wants the football. He looks like he wants the ball.
It really is. And I talked to Mark Trestman about it. I said he's a guy who kind of wears on you. The more you watch him, the more you like him. He's such a fluid athlete. It doesn't look like he's real explosive, but he is. He looks like he's gaining 5 yards. You look up, that's 12 yards, 10 yards. A fantastic football player, Matt Forte, and has been for a long time.
Gets a breather on the sideline. Kadeem Carey is in at running back. Bears with the ball at the Patriots' 30-yard line. On 2nd and 4. Carey trying to take it outside, and the Patriots had it covered. Rob Ninkovich is having himself a good ball game.
We hear a lot about setting the edge. Here's how you do it. Rob Ninkovich. Watch him on Michael Ola. Going to press him, extend his arms, show his head outside, say, come on my way. And then when he does, you disengage and make the tackle. Can't do it any better. Can't be any more fundamentally sound.
With Chandler Jones going down, Rob Ninkovich becomes the key man as far as pass rush is concerned, but certainly as an edge player.
He does it all, and he never comes off the field. Usually we see these guys rotating at the defense line. He never comes off.
Cutler swings it out to Forte. Gets inside the 30. Down to the 27-yard line. Darrelle Revis on the tackle. And this will be a 4th and 1 for the Bears.
Bears going up tempo.
Tight formation. Forte. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. He does. When you look at the situation and the score, John, and the way there's been some turmoil around the team, with the Bears, how do you approach these last 2 quarters? What has to be accomplished here?
Well, if I'm a coach and if I'm a player, a leader on this team, I want to see guys competing. You're going to watch this film closely, and I'm going to look for the guys that are with you moving forward and the guys that are laying it down.
Cutler steps up, nobody open. They got him. 3rd sack of the game for the Patriots. That time the rookie, Dominique Easley, the first-round draft pick out of Florida, in on the sack.
He was a first-round draft choice out of Florida. He's up here, and he's working against Jermon Bushrod. Kind of a delayed rush, and then beats him around the edge. Wilfork makes Cutler step up. And he goes Big Poppy on him. Hits a home run.
Oh, man. That is one big man getting a breather. Vince Wilfork goes to the sideline. Loss of 4 on that last play. Outside of Forte. Hightower got to him. And drags him down at the 26-yard line. Dante Hightower has had himself an active game. This is before the game. It's Vince Wilfork with the owner, Robert Kraft. 1 kiss on one cheek for Robert and 1 for his late wife, Myra.
It's a beautiful thing. A very close relationship Robert Kraft has with his players, especially the guys who have been here a while, like Vince Wilfork.
3rd and 10 for the Bears. They got to hurry. They get it off. Cutler being rushed. Puts it up to the end zone and overthrows Brandon Marshall. There's pressure from Rob Ninkovich.
Pressure from Akeem Ayers. It seems like anything the Patriots are doing. They acquire Akeem Ayers on Tuesday, and he's in here pressuring Jay Cutler, Darrelle Revis with the coverage. And Darrelle Revis, if there was any doubt, he's back, folks. He is back. This is the form we saw in New York. There's Akeem Ayers.
Bears going for it on 4th down. 4th and 10. All receivers out. Pressure from Ayers. Good job by Cutler, but the ball is dropped by Alshon Jeffrey. Mel Tucker on the defensive side. Jay Cutler in the offense. Nothing going right for the Bears. Tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, it's Game 5 of the World Series. The World Series all even, the Royals and Giants. Game 5 in San Francisco. Our coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern on Fox, streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Madison Bumgarner and James Shields, the pitchers tonight. Pitching for the Patriots is Tom Brady, and he connects to Shane Vereen out of the backfield. And Shane Vereen and his brother Brock on the field together now.
You see the offensive line, Ryan Wendell, after the last touchdown. It's not just the skill guys that can do the chest bump. These guys deserve it. They've been fabulous all day long, as has nearly everybody for the Patriots.
Now Shane Vereen has come off, and Jonas Gray back on. Quick pitch to LaFell, and that is a career high for Brandon LaFell. And catches, we go to the sideline to Pam Oliver. Pam.
Well, Sam, just a quick note. Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski has gone back into the locker room. He was walking on his own, waved to the crowd. I'm just being told now that he is being treated for dehydration. Back to you.
I thought he was taking the rest of the day off. He put in a full day's work. Thanks, Pam.
You deserve the IV when you have 9 catches for 149 and 3 touchdowns.
And look at Brady. He continues to be on target. Brandon LaFell, career high 9 catches in the game, and he's closing in on 100 yards. Picked up 6 on that play. He's got 9 catches, 96 yards. Gronkowski, 9 catches, 149 yards.
A lot of people would say, well, why would Bill Belichick have Tom Brady still in the game? 45-7 game, 5 minutes left. Remember, they have the Denver Broncos next week, and you want to be clicking on all cylinders. You got to finish the game. We'll see how long he stays in.
This time they go to Tim Wright, the second tight end. The play stopped. Go ahead, finish your thought on that, John.
No, he just knows that. We talked about, the cliche clicking on all cylinders, but if there's ever been a team clicking on us, but he knows you've got to finish that way. If you kind of cruise and get sloppy in the fourth quarter, that affects your team moving forward. He wants to finish this game the way they've started. Sometimes you'll even throw some misinformation, some key breakers for the Broncos to study at the end of this game.
First punt of the game for the Patriots, and it's taken by Santonio Holmes on the return. He's up to the 19-yard line. Patriots, for the first time, they had the ball and didn't score. We are back at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The Bears with the ball at the 20-yard line. And those top receivers have been kept quiet, John.
That's called lockdown. An excellent game plan by Matt Patricia, the defensive coordinator, and then execution by these Patriot players that a lot of people thought would be shorthanded. Mayo, the middle linebacker, out. Their best pass rusher, Chandler Jones, injured, but they haven't missed a beat.
From the 20. Matt Forte gets 6 on the play. New this season, stream live local Sunday afternoon games right on your smartphone with NFL Mobile. Did you get it yet, John? Come on now. I told you have to get it.
I'm a little behind. I got that. Sponsor issues.
You're going to get it. You're going to get the phone and you get the games on. Spread offense for the Bears. Cutler. Brandon Marshall turns, gets a first down, and is shoved out of bounds. Time for an update. Here's Joel Klatt.
Sam, let's go to Tennessee, where Arian Foster's got his 3rd touchdown of the day to match Rob Gronkowski in your game, and you guys don't have the only blowout in town. It's 27-3, Texans over the fighting Zach Mettenbergers. Back to New England for the Patriots versus Southwest Missouri State.
Yes, Ken Whisenhunt going with Mettenberger at quarterback, but Houston has the big lead. Thanks, Joel. Forte on the delay, nice hole, and he's up to the 43, and he's got the first down. Got enough for the first down. Hightower and Collins combining, a gain of 10 on the run. There is Matt Patricia, the defensive coordinator. I guess he grows the beard during the season, but shaves it off in the offseason.
He's always got it going, but I tell you what, an interesting story. We'll get to it after this play. He's got quite a story how he arrived here as the Patriots defensive coordinator.
Cutler sends all his receivers out, finds Martellus Bennett. Nice catch. Bennett with another good move. Good effort by Bennett. There's someone who hasn't quit.
He's doing his best Rob Gronkowski imitation. And a nice touch ball by Jay Cutler, and then he's a really nice athlete in space. He's a big man that can move, and elusive. Nice player the Bears have at their disposal.
Pickup of 34 on the play. Down to the New England 23-yard line. 2 catches, 51 yards for Martellus Bennett. Here's Forte. Slowed down by Easley, and then brought down as he gets to the 20-yard line by Jamie Collins, who's had an active day.
So back to Matt Patricia. Warren Sapp, my old teammate, used to always look at us and say, it's not rocket scientists. Football's not. Well, this dude was a rocket scientist. That's what he was going to be. He had an option to be a rocket scientist, aeronautical engineer, or go be an assistant at Amherst for $3,000. He took Amherst for $3,000. His mom was crying. Here we are years later, leading the Patriots defense. Outstanding football coach. Crazy smart, and he could coach some football.
Went to RPI, Rensselaer Polytech. Cutler waits, throws, trying to get it to Brandon Marshall. Rivas covering Marshall on the play. I sense Rivas has frustrated Brandon Marshall in this game.
You think? Yeah. I really questioned. We covered Tampa a lot last year, and Darrelle Rivas he wasn't back. And some people at that age, you have a knee injury, you're never the same. And I thought maybe he's done what I've seen in studying for this game, and then today, he's back. And he is back. He's tackling. We saw him making tackles in open space. This has been a great destination for him.
Secondary has done a great job for the Patriots coming into the game. Pass defense ranked #1 in the league. Here's 3rd down. Cutler moves, throws to the end zone. There's contact and a flag. Bennett.
He caught it.
He went down. Browner went down. And it's a touchdown. How about that catch by Martellus Bennett?
Watch this.
Pass interference, defense number 39.
Wow.
The penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Oh, fabulous catch by Martellus Bennett.
Well, Martellus Bennett, what concentration. He says, Gronk, you can't have all the wows today. What a job concentrating all the way to the end. My goodness.
I have to tell you, I saw the flag came out. I gave up on the play, John.
Unbelievable.
What a catch by Martellus Bennett. And the Bears with the touchdown. There's a light rain that's begun falling here in Foxborough. I didn't see that in the early forecast. Temperatures in the low 50s. Bears going for two. Cutler throws wide open. Dante Rosario. And it is ruled. Let's see, the two officials looking at one another and talking it over. And it's ruled good. 2-point conversion for the Bears. First was Martellus Bennett with a great catch, and the Bears with a two-pointer. Well, there are 3 World Championship banners hanging here at Gillette Stadium. Patriots would love to get a shot at another one. That season got spoiled in the Super Bowl.
Michael Strahan smiling in studio right now because he's saying 16-0, but I've got the ring.
Robbie Gould to kick it off. Danny Amendola is up as they expect an onside kick. It's an end-over-end deep kick and bouncing into the end zone and through for a touchback. Patriots having themselves quite a day with a 45-15 lead. Robert Kraft purchased the New England Patriots in 1994, and since then, franchise has won 222 games in the regular season, most in the NFL, 6 AFC championships, 3 Super Bowls. Winning has been what it's all about, and as he said, what a marriage with Bill Belichick for 20 years. A lot of people thought was it going to happen, that it wouldn't last. Another completion on first down to Brandon LaFell, his 10th catch of the game. There's Mr. Kraft with a Super Bowl Lombardi trophy.
Sam, the other day he talked about his philosophy on life. Real simple. You surround yourself with great people and you stick with them in good or bad if you think they're the right stuff. He found the right man in Bill Belichick.
Oh, boy.
Bill Belichick found the right man in Tom Brady, and the rest is history.
From the 30. Jonas Gray on the carry. DJ Williams on the stop. As we wind down to the end of the third quarter, a one-sided game blown open in the second quarter by the Patriots. A brilliant offensive display. Patriots, it's been congratulations all around throughout the day, and why not? 45-15 the lead, end of the third quarter. Week 8 continues later today on CBS, and for some of you on Fox. And tonight, Sunday Night Football on NBC. Tomorrow, Monday night, nice division rivalry, Cowboys and Redskins on ESPN. And don't forget Game 5 of the World Series on Fox tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tom Brady stays in. 5 touchdown passes in the game. James White, the rookie out of Wisconsin, with the carries. 27 for 31, 314 yards, 5 touchdowns, but he doesn't have a perfect passer rating. 5 touchdown passes, the numbers career-wise. Tom Brady going past Drew Brees into the number 4 spot. Dan Marino sits ahead of him for number 3. Brady to Tim Wright. Wright's getting some good playing time today and being targeted by Tom Brady. First down for the Patriots.
Sam, I like that about the Patriots, that they aren't afraid to make a trade here and there. Tim Wright's a guy they picked up from Tampa early this season. He's starting to become a part. We've seen Akeem Ayers. They got him Tuesday. He's rushing the passer well today.
Jonas Gray down to the 45. Time for an update. Here's Joel Klatt with that.
Sam, let's go down to Jacksonville, where Miami's trying to keep pace with New England, looking to move to 4-3 in the AFC East. That's Rashard Matthew. 3-yard TD catch, his first of the season. They're up 24-6 over Jacksonville. Sam and John.
You know, Joel, since we saw Miami lose a tough one to Green Bay, they played 3 outstanding games in a row. Completion of Brandon LaFell, another one. Gronkowski is being treated for dehydration. LaFell has taken over the leadership role.
Tom Brady still so fundamentally sound. The play-action pass, can't throw a better football. Tom Brady on fire today.
Career high 11 catches, 124 yards for Brandon LaFell. Not much on that play. Jonas Gray on the carry. Stephen Paya on the tackle for the Bears. The Bears will have a bye week next week. And then they come back against the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay. And that'll be a very, very important start to the second half of the season. On second down, the delay to James White. And Jared Allen with the tackle. Now, how about this? Go back to 2000. Chad Pennington was drafted in the first round by the Jets. Giovanni Carmazzi in the third round by the 49ers. Chris Redmond in the third round by Baltimore. T. Martin by Pittsburgh in the fifth. Mark Bulger in the sixth round. Spurgeon Wynn in the sixth round. And then Tom Brady out of Michigan.
Patience was a virtue there.
How did that work out?
Oh, my goodness.
Set behind Drew Bledsoe. And then when he got his opportunity, made the most of it.
I told this story before, and there's Timmy Wright, but
Yeah.
I've told this story before. That preseason, we played the New England Patriots, and Monty Kiffin had a close friend on the New England staff, and they said, guys, here's the three quarterbacks you're going to face, but they are really high on this fourth quarterback, a guy named Tom Brady, and we're stop talking about the fourth quarterback. They really like him. They're going to keep four quarterbacks. Remember that year they kept four. Very unusual. And boy, did they keep the right one.
Jonas Gray is stopped after a short pickup. Tim Wright, we took a look at him. He's caught 6 passes today. As Brady has spread it around to Gronkowski, LaFell, and Wright. They have 26 of Tom Brady's 30 completions. The Patriots have moved the ball almost at will offensively. 1 punt in the game. The first 5 times they had the ball, they scored 4 touchdowns and a field goal.
Go Bandit! Go Bandit! Go Bandit! And he ate somebody. Help him out!
That's Shane Vereen. Straight ahead. Short pickup on the play. DJ Williams in on the stop for the Bears. And there is Brock. 45 is Brock Vereen. 34 is Shane Vereen. First time ever the Vereen brothers have played against each other. They played football together, baseball together.
Must be some proud parents watching that.
But they don't know. It's tough to root, right?
I've been involved in that. My brother-in-law played for the Chicago Bears, and it's difficult on the families.
Spread the formation. All receivers out. Brady throws for Vereen. No good. Broken up by Christian Jones. Jones, an undrafted rookie. A lot of talent coming out of Florida State, and the Bears have hopes for him to become a solid linebacker for them.
He's impressed me on film. He moves around well. He's still learning the game. But they said they like him. They like the fact that they can mold him to their liking and to fit in this defense. And I think he's got a lot of bright future in football in front of him.
Stephen Gostkowski lines up for a 27-yard field goal. Tom Brady, you can see, not enough. Not enough. Gostkowski puts it through, and the Patriots have a 48-15 lead. Just under 10 minutes to go. The Minutemen. Now, what is that? That's not an air guitar, John. What is that?
That would be called an air muscle.
Oh, okay.
Getting down.
What tune is he playing? Gostkowski kicks it off. Chris Williams lets it go through. Touchback. New England Patriots having a great day. Bears come on the field.
Well, Darrelle Revis has been all over Brandon Marshall today. The great ones, they stay square, they stay patient, they use their hands extremely well. Darrelle Revis has done it all, has frustrated Brandon Marshall. The good ones even know how to cheat.
Cheat? Did you say cheat?
Cheat. A little hold, but you do it inside, and you're Darrelle Revis, so you don't get called for it. And he's played outstanding today.
Right
he really has.
Frustrating day for Brandon Marshall. Cutler throwing short. That's broken up by Jamie Collins. Collins has been all over the field, too. Flag thrown.
Pass interference. Defense number 91. Ball's placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Not quite as good a play as I thought originally.
But he is a young talent for the New England Patriots. Watch him on Matt Forte. Left arm gets there a little early, but one thing they have in him, talking to Matt Patricia, they have a player they very much compare to Roman Pfeiffer from their Super Bowl teams, a guy who can cover backs like Forte in space. Young player they're very excited about.
Outside, swinging out to Brandon Marshall. Stays on his feet, fights off a tackler, gets extra yardage for a first down. World Series Game 5 tonight. The series tied 2 games apiece. It's been a good one. And tonight, the pitching matchup that started the series. Madison Bumgarner, the left-hander for the Giants. James Shields for the Royals. At the 35. Marshall and Revis matched up again. Cutler in trouble, gets away from Collins. Outside of Martellus Bennett. He's slowed down, grabbed, and 3 men finally take him down. Logan Ryan with the initial stop.
Here's Jamie Collins, and he's going to come with the pressure. Jay Cutler does a fabulous job of eluding him, keeping his eyes downfield, and finding Martellus Bennett.
Cutler throws and completes to Alshon Jeffrey. First down across midfield. John, is there any positives that the Bears can take out of a game like this?
I think that the positive that I see, I talked about, look, I played on a lot of bad football teams. I played for the Bucs in the early 90s, and I could tell a lot about the teammates I wanted to fight with by watching the second half of games like this. And I've seen a lot of guys competing till the end.
Outside of Bennett, he's competed the entire game. He works for yardage down to the 40-yard line.
But what, you know, when you watch this, it just showcases, all right, you've got a quarterback who's got a big arm. You've got Alshon Jeffrey, Brandon Marshall, Martellus Bennett, Matt Forte, an offensive line with the likes of Kyle Long. There's so much there. They are underachieving. Brandon Marshall said it right. It's unacceptable. They need to get more out of this group. In order to do so, they've got to protect the football. Again, the turnovers, that wasn't the whole story. And then defensively, I think they're short some personnel. You saw they had no answer for Rob Gronkowski, and that's just personnel.
And to New England's credit, when Kyle Fuller went down, they picked on the rookie, Al Louis-Jean. And they burned him a couple of times. Right here, Forte on the carry. And Mark Trestman keeping his starters in the game the entire game.
Well, he should. They got to earn those paychecks. They really do. And you gotta start to find some answers if you're the Chicago Bears. You can't write the season. Too much talent. Talk about the lack of personnel on defense, and I'm talking mainly in the back end. The front four, and they go deeper than front four. Very, very talented, and that's what's most important in this league.
Forte, who's over 100 yards in the game, gets inside the 25. 18 carries for Matt Forte, 111 yards rushing. Add to that 6 catches, 54 yards. And for the 6th time in 8 games, he's had a combined total well over 100 yards. Total yardage for Tom Brady. Wow, what a day. 30 for 35, 354, and 5 touchdown passes. Forte Down to the 21-yard line. His 22nd career 100-yard game rushing.
And Sam, we talked about it during break. Some of the quarterback play we're seeing in this league. We've just been on the Green Bay Packers for 4 of the last 5 weeks. Aaron Rodgers playing just out of his mind. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning setting records in every week. I mean, these guys' ratings are up near 120. It's just unbelievable quarterback play in this league right now.
I watch these guys, and any talk a few weeks ago, a month ago, about Brady and his game being off, well, throw that out the window. I mean, it's been just fabulous watching him execute the offense today. Bears with the ball inside the, or right at the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. First time the Bears have had a possession in the red zone in today's game. Dante Rosario lines up in the backfield with Jay Cutler. Cutler lobs to the corner for Marshall, and it's incomplete. Revis right there. He was glued to his hip.
Brandon Marshall talking to the official. He may have a point there. Revis all over him. We talk about the illegal contact, the way it's been called. His hands are, you know, you may call that hand fighting. Even the old DB in me, you gotta have a flag consistent with the rest of the league. Marshall grabbed him too, but we all know how they call that in this day and age. And so Brandon Marshall, every right, being frustrated.
2nd and goal at the 10. Marshall lines up right. Revis is with him. Blitz coming. Cutler throws for Jeffrey. He's got it for a touchdown. That's a good effort by Jay Cutler. The blitz was coming, and he found Alshon Jeffrey for a 10-yard touchdown. Bears will go for 2.
It's a really well-thrown football. Ball placement by Jay Cutler. And again, you see the display, how much ability he has as receiving threats. From the receivers to the tight end and Martellus Bennett to Matt Forte. There are weapons all over this field. They've got some pieces in the offensive line. They just need to put it together consistently.
Cutler 20 for 30, 227 yards. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. But all of this coming when the game was out of reach.
Hey, money. Right there, you got 52.
Cutler to Forte, and he takes it in for the 2-point conversion. Second 2-point conversion for the Bears in the game. The Patriots lead is 48-23 with the final minutes counting down. New England Patriots, they know how to win. And this combination of Brady and Belichick has been none better.
It's been pretty darn good, but they aren't satisfied. They know it's been a long time since they won their last one, and that's what these guys are about, championships. The way this team's playing today, this is not the most talented Patriot team we've seen in recent years, but you think about the Super Bowl teams that won, they weren't as talented as the 16-0 team. So
James Devlin, the fullback, recovers the onside kick for New England. For Tom Brady, what a day. He's had a lot of great days. This one has been special.
Well, before the break, Robbie Gould pulled a fast one on us. Looked like he's going back, and not so fast. Here comes the onside kick. But the Patriots always prepared.
James Devlin recovered, and Jimmy Garoppolo is in at quarterback, number 10, and a quick pitch to Tim Wright. He's had a career day with his 7th catch of the game. Jimmy Garoppolo, 22-year-old rookie from Eastern Illinois, 2nd-round draft pick. Watching him in practice Friday, I like the way he throws the ball, John.
You can just see, you talk about guys that can spin the football. It comes out of his hand. It looks really, really good in practice. Bill Belichick, of course, downplays. He's got a long way to go, he said when I asked him about him.
James White, another rookie, carries down to 20. Time for an update. Here's Kurt Menefee in L.A. Kurt.
Well, now to Seattle, North Carolina had scored a touchdown until less than a minute left. Russell Wilson to Luke Wilson gives the Seahawks the lead 13-9. 38 ticks. Cam Newton trying to lead the comeback. Sam, John, and Pear.
Thanks, Kurt. Well, a tough game for Seattle. They're struggling right now.
They've been struggling, but coming out with that one will certainly help. And this offensive line, I think of all the stars we talk about Gronkowski, Brady, LaFell having a huge day. That group responsible for so much of it. Marcus Cannon, they really believe they have 3 starting right tackles, Vollmer, Soldier, and now Cannon working his way in. But that group has been near flawless today.
Patriots with the ball at the Chicago 21-yard line. On second down. All receivers out. Garoppolo throws short. Danny Amendola with a catch and down to the 15-yard line. Have you heard about the new show Empire, John? It's coming in January. It's starring Terrence Howard as a hip-hop mogul and Taraji P. Benson as his just out-of-prison ex-wife. If you love high drama and amazing music, this is the show for you. Empire premieres in January on Fox.
I like Terrence Howard. That man can act.
Gray has had a good day, has run the ball well. He runs hard. Jonas Gray with the pickup. Today's game produced by Fran Morrison, directed by Artie Kempner, associate director Eric Mandia, the broadcast associate Tyler Dare, our technical producer Clyde Taylor, technical director Tom Maslach. Pre-game show produced by Bill Richards, directed by Stephanie Medina. Want to thank our fine truck engineer Greg Boudreau. Garoppolo being rushed. Oh, down he goes. First sack of the game. Lamar Houston. But Lamar, let's not go overboard on the celebration.
Well, I think he's hurt. He should have been watching Stephen Tulloch. Stephen Tulloch of the Detroit Lions, torn ACL. You just hate to see it because it's an incredible play by Lamar Houston. And then watch the celebration. Now, mind you, you're down 25 points. Not smart.
Injury on the play. We'll be right back.
Well, ask and you shall receive. I asked our truck, do we have the Tulloch play? And here it is. Stephen Tulloch, a huge loss for the Detroit Lions defense. The middle linebacker tore his ACL right there. And now we see Lamar Houston down 25 and trying to pull the Stephen Tulloch. And ouch. And you just hope the same fate that happened to Stephen Tulloch didn't happen to Lamar Houston.
You don't want to see anyone injured, but what a ridiculous celebration. Garoppolo out for Amendola and is brought down. Tim Jennings and Will Sutton. Will Sutton, the rookie defensive tackle that the Bears have high hopes for. They drafted Sutton in the 3rd round. Ego Ferguson in the 2nd round. There goes Lamar Houston to the locker room. Gronkowski coming out with a field goal kicking unit. And this one will be a 39-yard attempt. Darrelle Revis on the sideline. He's having himself a good day. Gronkowski 2 for 2 in the game. And 20 for 21 this season. 51-23. In favor of the Patriots, who are smiling. Tom Brady can smile because he threw 5 touchdown passes in this game.
He did it in the pocket. He did it extending the play. He did it to Gronkowski, to Tim Wright. He was near flawless today. Tom Brady playing at such a high level, and the muskets are firing at Gillette Stadium.
488 yards total offense for the Patriots in this game. And if you're the Bears, you need that bye week next week to collect yourself. Self-examination, self-scouting, and try and figure out how to turn things around heading for the second half of the season.
And you look at what's coming for the New England Patriots. It's not getting any easier. I mean, they are facing some great teams led by some great quarterbacks. Here comes Peyton Manning. Here comes Andrew Luck, Matthew Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, Phillip Rivers. That's your next 5 games there. They've got some competition coming their way.
Matt Patricia's going to have to work overtime.
Oh, boy.
Get into that rocket science laboratory of his. Little over 2 minutes to go. As the Patriots kick it off, and the Bears take the touchback. Sam Rosen, John Lynch, Pam Oliver here. It's been a one-sided game, but when you're watching the greatness of Tom Brady, one of the all-time greats and future Hall of Famers, you watch someone who can methodically take a defense apart the way he has today.
He really can, and I thought the game plan was brilliant. Start with the run game, then you hurt him with the play action, then you find the matchups. And as great as Tom Brady is, I think this shows with Bill Belichick. When you give him time to prepare, remember they had the 10 days coming off Thursday night, the game plan's going to be tough to beat.
Now, it's interesting with these Patriots who are down some defensive players, but they've gotten guys who have plugged in and played very well today. We're at the 2-minute warning and a big lead for the Patriots. Stay right where you are. We've got the State Farm postgame show with scores and highlights. We may have some bonus coverage from some of the early games today, so stay with us for that. And, of course, tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, Game 5 of the World Series right here on Fox. Kadeem Carey with the carry for the Bears, who have Jimmy Clausen in at quarterback. He's their number 2 man, the 5th-year man out of Notre Dame. They signed him in June. He learned the playbook in a hurry and took over the number 2 job. For Mark Trestman, got some tough work ahead of him. The bye week, he'll be working overtime there. Then at Green Bay to start the second half of the season.
And I think the bye comes at an opportune time. There's going to be a lot of frustration. His leadership will be tested. But I saw some fight in this second half. You see the talent. It's Mark Trestman's job to bring all this talent together, and it's the same with the leaders of this team. The Bears, talent throughout. Talent doesn't win in this league. Talent and teamwork and execution does. And so they've got a long way to go, but you can't give up on this season because there is so much to work with.
Yeah, they've got to come back a long way. You're right, John. Detroit winning today in London. They're 6-2. Green Bay plays tonight against New Orleans. They're 5-2 going in. The Bears will be 3-5 at the conclusion of this game. For New England, the Patriots go 6-2, but Buffalo is keeping pace. They're about to beat the Jets and go 5-3, so it's only a 1-game lead. And Miami, with a big lead over Jacksonville late in that game, they'll be 4-3. So that race in the AFC East could be interesting in the second half. Clausen throwing, Alshon Jeffrey the catch, and he's escorted out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Quite the numbers in October for the Patriots. Look at that record, 25-1, 13, I think it's 18 consecutive wins in October. This will be 19. They have 13 consecutive wins over NFC North teams and 13 consecutive home wins.
Drew Brees was the quarterback for the San Diego Chargers when that last loss at home in October came.
And these Patriots have only lost 3 games at home over the last 5 years. And that one was almost intercepted.
Hey, Sam, you know, I would like to, at Fox, we're very fortunate to not only have the NFL, but we have the World Series in baseball. And when we do, we lose our producer, Pete Macheska. He's the lead producer of baseball. And Pete's as fine as you get, but Fran Morrison has stepped in and done a tremendous job.
Yes,
so thank you, Fran. And Sam, you've stepped in and made it seamless. My partner, Kevin Burkhart, off doing World Series, and it's been a pleasure to work with you, my man.
I love working with you, John. We have a lot of fun together and seen a lot of good football. Clausen throwing for the end zone for Brandon Marshall. Broken up one more time. Time for an update. Here's Joel Pratt.
All right, Sam, we go to Cincinnati on 4th and goal. Andy Dalton with the quarterback sneak. And the Bengals have beaten the Baltimore Ravens 27-24. And guys, I just want to say I love working with you too on Sundays.
Joel's always ready.
He's got a Fox Love Fest going on.
I know there's disappointment in Chicago, but I know we had a big group of fans watching us at the Knickerbocker Hotel, where my niece Jay Eisenberg got married last night to John Kempis. Great wedding, and the fans in Chicago, hang tough for your Bears. 33 seconds remaining. For Jay Cutler, you know, he's the guy on the hot seat. I mean, he's got the big contract, and everybody's looking at him. And when you see the guy across the way outplay him, you know there'll be some criticism. Clausen puts it up for Alshon Jeffrey, off his hands and incomplete.
Sam, I would just say with Jay Cutler, this game, as much as you see Brady and Manning and Rodgers carry a team, it's not about just one guy, but it means a whole heck of a lot. And he's got all the tools. He's a good teammate. I played with him. A lot of that's misconstrued, that he's not a good teammate. He is a good teammate. He's got to protect the ball in critical situations. That's the biggest thing that Jay Cutler needs to learn and to get to that next level, because he's got all the tools. He's got talent around him. That's the next step for him.
Down in Tampa, the Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings are going to overtime, tied 13. Here it's all over. The New England Patriots, led by Tom Brady's 5 touchdown passes, defeat the Bears 51-23. They've won 4 in a row. We'll be back in Foxborough in just a moment.